Hunter Lawrence will be coming into Seattle running the red plate, but without any wins on the year. Now, obviously, consistency is key. I mean, look at Cooper Webb or Ryan Dungey. If you're on the box every single weekend, more than likely you're going to be in the championship contention. But at some point, too, you got to say wins matter. Roczen's, 5 points back. Eli Tomac's only 8 points back after his very unfortunate first corner crash, and obviously the crash in Houston. But it's going to be the question of, can Hunter Lawrence finish it out? He was pretty close with the Houston Triple Crown. That ended up going to Cooper Webb. Consistency again. But when you've got Ken Roczen, Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Chase Sexton, Jorge Prado, even Jason Anderson, you've got a lot of people in a very, very, very good 450 class, and you're even cutting out his own brother, Jet, who is obviously injured this year. It's going to be the question, well, one, obviously he has the point lead. He has the red plate. He's coming into Seattle with the lead. Can he make this work? Can he extend this point lead? Can he, can this be the year where, obviously without his brother racing still, it's still a pretty stacked field. Can he get over that hump, get over the, or get out of the shadow of his younger brother and finally win a title? Obviously he's on a factory ride. He's got all the sponsors. He's right where he should be. And I think he has a pretty good chance of this. I mean, obviously, Ken Roczen looks incredible this year. Eli Tomac, when he doesn't crash, looks like he's just unstoppable. I mean, this is like redemption arc Eli Tomac, where he's just incredibly fast and, looking like this could be easily his title too. And if you're Hunter Lawrence, at some point you need to finish it off. Get that over the bump, get that win, stand on the top step of the podium and not just be second, not gaining points and doing well, but, finishing it off and extending things, controlling the race. Obviously, there's a lot of factors that go into it. You have to have a good start. You got to have, if else have problems or whatever you want to say, but it's just going to be, can he actually do it? I mean, obviously, if he wins this year, it's going to be incredible. I mean, you have the little asterisk for anybody saying, obviously, Jet Lawrence not here. Does that make the championship less competitive? Yes. Does it make it less of a accomplishment for somebody? No. I mean, if you win a Supercross title, you can just say, hey, I won a Supercross title. I don't care who was there or not. You have to, what's the saying? To finish first you have to finish. And it's going to be exciting. I mean, obviously, we're only, 7 rounds into this thing right now. There's a lot of time to go. But let's see here. Anaheim first, fourth, San Diego second, Anaheim 2 second, Houston second, Glendale second. He's right there. It's not like he's finishing fourth, third, fifth, sixth, second. It's not all around the board. It's second. It's just constantly second best. And I hope he does. I mean, obviously, I I have my bias on who I'd like to win. I'd love to see Eli Tomac get this title and just say, peace. That's my coup de grace, my run out moment. I've got my move to KTM, my last Supercross title. I'm retiring. That would be, the way it should end for him, because obviously the last couple seasons of Supercross and the injuries he's had have ruined or taken away 2 titles he could possibly have had. But if you're Hunter Lawrence, I mean, this is the year. Without your brother there, with a still a very competitive field, if you come out and you get this title, one, it's going to look great for you. Honda's going to love it. They're going to be set with their rider lineup for a decade with the two-time or champion on both people. It's going to be incredible for him. It's just going to be a question. I don't doubt that he's going to get a win. Obviously, we've got a lot of rounds to go. Was it 11, 12 rounds, something like that left? There's a lot of chances for him to do it, especially when he's been finishing second in almost every single race. It's, it's not if, I should say, it's when does he win a race? Is it this weekend in Seattle? From the sounds of it, it's going to be a mutter. It doesn't exactly bode well for really anybody except for, Plessinger, which comes up every year for a mud race. But I don't know. This one I'm going to leave you guys. Comment down below. You guys tell me. Who do you think wins the 450 title? Obviously, the 250 West title is pretty much just done. Gives it to Deegan and just move on. But who wins? Who wins Seattle? Who wins the 450 title? Does Cooper Webb keep it consistent and win? Eli Tomac come back and just continue to be super fast? Does Ken Roczen finally get his title this year? I don't know. That's where I'm gonna leave you. Comment down below. Tell me what you think while you're down there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it does really help me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.